Hello everybody, it's Gaz here from EnglishWithGaz.com. How are you doing today? Thanks a lot for joining me. Today I'd like to look at some vocabulary connected to the word eye. So let's take a look. Let's begin by looking at the nouns. And the first one here on our list is eyelid. Now, while I'm saying the word, why don't you practice saying the word as well to make sure you're getting the pronunciation correct? I won't prompt you every time. It would quickly become boring, but eyelid. Great. So the eyelid, this is the part of our eye which goes up and down when we blink. That's here on the list of verbs. We'll talk about that later. So first off is our eyelid. Connected to our eyelid are these little hairs called eyelashes as a plural. A singular hair would be called an eyelash. Some people, if they get an eyelash on their finger, they like to make a wish. It's a superstition in the UK. So we've got eyelid, eyelash, and of course in the middle of our eye is our eyeball. So there we go, 3 nouns connected to the word eye. Let's take a look. I'll just move over here so you can see. Let's take a look at some common verbs which we can do with our eye. The first one is to stare. I'll give you an example. You ready? I'm staring at the camera. Notice my face was normal, just passive. I don't look angry. I'm just looking at something for a long time. This is called staring. We stare at something, we look at something for a long time. The next verb is to glare. So I'll give you another example. I'll glare now. You ready? Not to be confused with the word frown, which is what we do mainly with our mouth. We frown. I'm glaring. So imagine you're taking the bus somewhere. Somebody gets on the bus and they stand on your foot. It hurts, but what are you going to do? It's life. You can't make a scene. Maybe you'll just give the person that did it a quick glare for a few seconds. Let them know that you're angry. So this is to glare. And here we have eyeball, because I said we can use eyeball as a noun or as a verb. So glare and to eyeball somebody, I eyeballed him, regular verb. To eyeball means the same as glare. So to stare at somebody with maybe anger, or to stare at somebody if you're upset, is to glare at somebody. Next up is glance. Now, I'm not wearing a watch, but if I were, I would maybe glance at my watch to check the time, or glance at my phone to check the time. So to glance means to look at something very quickly for a short amount of time. Next up is gaze. Now, gaze is something that we do to things which we really like. So I'll give you 2 examples. We gaze into our partner's eyes, the person whom we love the most. Or we would gaze at stars. You might have heard the word or the verb stargazing. We gaze at stars, we look at stars, we stargaze. Or we gaze into somebody's eyes. That's really the only use of this word. It's not a very commonly used word, but there you go, you may need it one day. And of course blink. That thing we do involuntarily several thousand times every day is to blink. Now I've also written down here a phrasal verb connected to the eye. So the phrasal verb is to eye up, usually eye somebody up or eye something up. I'll give you 2 examples. Let's imagine I'm interviewing and somebody walks into the room and I'm going to interview them. Well, naturally I'm going to eye them up. I'm going to look them up and down, check out their choice of clothing. Are they dressed appropriately? What's my impression of this person? So I'm going to eye them up. I might say though to somebody, would you like that last donut? Because I'm eyeing it up. I'm eyeing it up in the present. I'm looking at it with interest, basically, in the same way that the interviewer would look at the candidate with interest to make a decision. I might eye up a donut because I'm interested in eating it. I know what you're thinking. Calm down. Too many donuts. And I've just got a couple more here for you. This one is an adjective, so cross-eyed. I can't do it, but some people are able to put their finger out, and maybe I can do it. I'm not sure. That felt weird. And your eyes go together in the middle and you're cross-eyed. A different word would be bog-eyed, B-O-G, but bog is more slang. but it's interchangeable. You can say somebody is bog-eyed, but it's slightly offensive, so I'd probably just stick to cross-eyed if you meet somebody who's cross-eyed, or if you're just trying to have fun and make your eyes crossed. And lastly, I've got 3 idioms for you here connected to the word eye. We have an eye for an eye. You've probably heard this idiom. It's a very, very commonly used idiom. It's about getting revenge for something. So if I stab you in the eye and lose an eye, you might stab me in the eye, and so we're both knackered. An eye for an eye, about getting revenge, taking back something that somebody took from you so that people are equal. Personally, I'm not a big fan of an eye for an eye. My mother taught me the expression, 2 wrongs do not make a right, when I was a child. So that always stuck in my head. Basically, be the bigger man and move on, forgive somebody. Another idiom here for you is to keep your eye on the prize. Now this just means to stay focused. I'll give you an example. My wife is training for a marathon. She was training for the London Marathon. It's been pushed back now until October because of events happening in the world. And so I can see she has lost a little bit of focus. Obviously, if you're training for a marathon, it's a big effort and it's a big mental effort. So I might say to my wife, and indeed I have said to my wife, hey, don't get upset. It's going to happen one day. Keep your eye on the prize. Stay focused. Okay? And the last one here is the apple of my eye. We use the apple of my eye to talk about somebody who's very, very important to us. Usually children or partner, wife, husband, spouse. So my children are the apple of my eye. And that's a true story. And I've got a little bonus here for you. It's not strictly the word eye spelt with an E, but I'm from Yorkshire in England. Regardless of where you are from in England, the word I is commonly used to express, yes, agreement at something. So, hey Gaz, do you want to come to the pub tonight? So there we go. I just means yes. If you say that to any British person, they'll understand what you mean. There we go. Thank you very much for watching this video. What I'm going to do now is write up what we've discussed in this video and put it into the description below so that you can read through and try to remember all of these words and phrases, idioms, etc. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll bring you a video like this every week, as well as my weekly vlog and other bits and pieces connected to English. And if you are interested, I also offer one-on-one English lessons to help you improve your conversational English, and you can find more information out about that at my website, which is englishwithgaz, G-A-Z, englishwithgaz.com. Thank you so very much for watching. Take care now. Bye-bye.